Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is just going to be an update on the Alberta Clipper or Manitoba Mauler. It's actually from Manitoba, so technically the scientific or just the meteorological term for this system will be a Manitoba Mauler. It's a cousin of an Alberta Clipper. It comes just a further west from it. So again guys, this storm is not going to be too big. It's going to leave possibly in localized areas 5 inches, and that is if that's gonna be probably the max 5 inches. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere plus 5 inches, but it's definitely still something to watch because it's gonna be happening Sunday night. So the Monday morning commute is gonna be impacted, even though it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday. Um, there's not gonna be that much people having work. There's still gonna be some people having work. It's not everyone has that day off. I know that schools have it off, so at least the kids won't be adding the commute with their buses and their parents driving them to school. So that will be one thing, but it's still definitely something to watch. So you can see this is the storm that passed, Winter Storm Hunter, record breaker. Just the amount of rain that fell in some areas, the amount of snow that fell in Cleveland, Ohio. This is one of the worst storms for Ohio in several years. In Buffalo, New York, a lot of snow. I don't know really how much, but I think it was somewhere close to 8, 7, 6 inches of snow. So quite a decent snowmaker. So yeah, pretty much hammered the Ohio Valley, if you could want to put it in other words. So now let's put it back. This is Sunday already. As you can see up here is the date, and here is the model run. So this is initiated at 12 o'clock noon Saturday. You could see there's going to be a small little disturbance moving across Nebraska. Nothing too much to concern about. Maybe one localized 2 inches. And this is the bigger storm right here. Again, it's not a big storm, but it's bigger than the first system. You can see here's the weak low area of low pressure, not very organized, not very strong winds with this either, because it's just, you see the isobars aren't tightly packed at all. But the cold air will be after following it, and you can see it spreads. It's a fast-moving system, and it'll have some light to possibly moderate snow at times. It'll be moving across pretty much Minnesota around Sunday during the day Sunday, and then Wisconsin, closer southern Wisconsin towards Sunday evening, and it will reach northern Illinois by somewhere around late Sunday night, early Monday morning. So I would say about 10 o'clock Sunday night should be in Chicago, and then into northwest Indiana about probably after midnight in Monday. So you could see it moves quite quickly, and it does slow down as it progresses through the Great Lakes, Michigan. Lake Michigan, you can see it intensifies a little bit more. There's a little bit more isobars now, so the winds are going to be a little bit stronger. The area of low pressure is more defined, but still, the GFS is not showing an area of low pressure because it's just too weak to be an area of low pressure. And then there's a possibility of some wraparound in Chicago, but there's also going to be a pretty nice cold front going through the southeast, so that could bring snow to areas like Little Rock, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Again, this will not be a big storm, not Winter Storm Benji like they had in December. Definitely not that. But earlier model runs were showing that there could be a northeast snowstorm with this, and now that's what the Euro was showing, but the GFS wasn't showing it. The GFS is still not showing that, and the European model is not showing that anymore. So most likely just another slight snow system, maybe 2 to 3 inches in the northeast, but nothing too much to worry about. So after that, a high pressure sits on the pretty much Appalachian Mountains. That steers the systems, pretty much all the systems coming down up north, and that's just gonna be quiet for a lot of the time. In the Midwest, you could see almost no snowstorms, and then there's another one that passes through, but that's again the track is shifting based off any hour it could shift. So that's definitely not set in stone. It might not even happen at all. But overall, it's not going to be too active other than this Alberta Clipper and some pretty cold air. So I want to show you the European model. Again, this is Winter Storm Hunter moving out. Let's jump ahead to Sunday. The European model and GFS are pretty much in exact agreement on this Alberta Clipper, so it's most likely definitely going to happen. The chances of it not happening are going to be pretty low. So I would say anywhere 2 to 4 inches for Chicago. That's a safe bet. Possibly 5 inches in central Wisconsin. you can see this system slows down a little bit, brings some snow. The European model, let's click on new snow. Again, nothing too major. Some light blues here in Wisconsin, so that's 3, possibly 4 inches across in these areas. Again, nothing too major, so nothing too much to worry about. There's going to be some lake effect in here, so you can see some green amounts. That's going to be a little bit more snow, but that's off into the coast of Lake Michigan, so no one's going to be affected by that other than some sailors. Now let's look at my area, Niles, Illinois. That's where I live. So that's just one area to show you an example. Because, I mean, why not show my area if I'm just going to pick any random location? I might as well pick mine. So you could see this afternoon, 15 degrees. Tonight, too. Pretty dang cold, guys. Stay safe out there because don't go on the rivers because there was a, I remember that remember guys, there was a really warm day a couple days ago, 60 degrees, so the ice pretty much completely melted, even though it might look like it's iced over, probably only an inch or two, which is not enough to support a person, maybe even less than an inch, probably closer to half an inch, so don't step on the ice because it's not going to be cold enough for that. All the way through Wednesday, it's going to be freezing, below 20 almost. There's going to be some days where it's going to be above 20s and across the Midwest. But you can see Martin Luther King Jr. Day, some snow. Sunday night, new accumulations 1 to 3 inches. And MLK Day, there is no snow showing of accumulations because the National Weather Service does not put out snow accumulations this far out. But I would say anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. If you want to go back and click somewhere else, let's go to Minneapolis. For say if you live somewhere in Minneapolis, let's see how much you're gonna get. So Minneapolis, 1 to 2 inches, around an inch possible. So again, 2 to 3 inches of snow in Minneapolis, a little bit less than in Illinois because due to the fact that the snow system will be slowing down as it approaches Illinois. But otherwise, guys, also like to show the temperatures. Um, yeah, you could see some pretty cold air. Whenever you see the purples on the map, that's some pretty cold air. That's below 10 degrees. So that's really cold. And you can see it does get above freezing several times next week. It will be warmer up before another cold front passes through. And it's going to keep kind of moderating like that between snow and between warm and cold. So it won't be awfully cold like it was during Christmas or New Year's across much of the country. But there will be some warm ups. You could see 40 degrees across much of the country here. Um, and this was Thursday, Friday. So most of the snow that will fall will melt anyways. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please consider subscribing and liking the video. As always, see you guys on the next episode.